Hello, I just want to make a brief video to kind of give a quick overview of the different features on this app, and you can use it on like a cell phone or you can use it on a desktop. I like the desktop version a little bit better, but of course, like if you're in the field, you're gonna want to have your phone. Sometimes you can't always have like a desktop in the service truck and stuff like that. So you got like the dashboard here, and it has like a few different bubbles to kind of show you what's going on. Like you got your active projects here, pending work orders, project usage, and you got your inventory or material, low stock items if you have any items that's like getting low. So I can go to my project section, and on here I just got a couple projects, some that this one was one I already did. Of course, I don't have everything on here because I just started using the app too. But let's say if I want to add a new project, I just click new project and I can put in all the information for the client, the project details and stuff like that, the date, the target completion date, the labor cost, material costs, and the actual total budget. Here's a little scope, project description here. And if a permit is required or not required, whatever the situation may be. And that's your projects. Then you got a section for service work. So if you do service work, I just got one that I already filled out right here with some different information. You can have the customer contact information. Let's say if I want to add a new service call, I can put on electrical troubleshooting or whatever, service and maintenance. And then, that's your service work. You also have a section just for work orders. Let's say if you get a call and you can't actually work on the call that day, or you got to schedule it out, then you just add a new work order. And whenever you get a chance to get to the work order, you can add it to basically like your service work. You put on there, of this specific project, whatever the work may be. And total estimated hours. You can actually assign it to a certain person, the estimate of how much you think it may cost. And then you got a section for the time clock. I like this one. Like say if I sub out some labor, or if I get somebody to come help me, then I can add them to the system as a user. And what I can do is I go to my team, and it automatically assigns a clock in pin 423240, like that's for me. And even to track my time sometimes, say if I want to know how much time it take me to do a task, or if I just want to pay myself hourly for doing like a certain project or something like that, I could do that. And I go to the time clock, I put in whatever the clock in number is, clock in, and it'll keep track of the time for me. On the inventory tab, see I got here one of my items is low 12-2, number 12 Romex wire, which I don't always have a whole lot of that. That's something I use, but I usually keep maybe like a roll for service work here and there, unless I'm doing like a big project and I might have like 1,000-foot roll or something like that left over. But usually the main things I keep are like receptacles, and GFCI outlets. I always make sure I keep those, because that's one of the most expensive items that I use the most, are those GFCI outlets. They're probably like $25 a piece, somewhere around that price at Lowe's. So I just try to find a supplier like Supply House where I can order them in bulk for a reasonable price. But yeah, you can put in there, let's say I want to add a new item or something like that, I can add material, and I can put a material name, part number, or whatever, current stock. And if I want a minimum stock, if I want it to alert me when it's getting low, then I could put a minimum stock of like 2. And if I order like 4 of them, then I use, as I use them, I update the material list, and then I know when it's getting low. It'll give me it'll let you know whenever it's getting low. Then you got your material order. Like say if I want to order some material, I put on select the project, whatever the project may be. If I already put the project in the system, Then I got the supplier, which a lot of times I just either get it from Lowe's or Home Depot, or either All Phase and GoPort, like with the delivery address or whatever, contact person, their email, and then whatever the material may be. You can create an order, and it's supposed to be a section where I can download it. I have to go back on there, update that. Yeah, I go back and add it on the edit the app. But yeah, it's also where you can once you create, I might have to create the order, but it may be once you create the order, and you can go to this section down here at the bottom, and you can download it and print it out and email it, or to PDF, and you can email it out. The same with the change order. Most of the stuff on here, the project service work, if you go to it, let's say if I go to it, I can download like the PDF for it, and I can also print it out. Like here, ElectriProTPW project, just on a change order here, they have whatever, labor 2 hours at whatever per hour, how much the equipment costs, order, scope of changes, and you can go more in detail on this too. I just didn't go that, and they even got like approval and signature for the client. Like say if you get you have to do a change order, the change order number and everything. It's pretty official as far as that goes, and that's good for those bigger projects. Even for the smaller projects, you're doing some houses or something like that, and you may need to do a change order. That way you'll have a change order on hand. You can either print one out, or if you got, like, I got Adobe on my phone. I use Adobe on my phone, and I could sign and fill in PDF documents straight from my phone. So, like say if I'm on the site and I'm with a client and they want to do a change order, we can do a change order right there, and I just pull up Adobe on my phone, and we can fill out the change order right there and pretty much go from there. It's pretty easy to navigate for the most part. You got the billing section here where you can choose whichever plan you want to get. It's going through Stripe, so I just put on here the bronze, which of course I'm paying for it. I don't have to pay for it. I just wanted it to look like it look whenever the client or customer goes to the page. So I'm on the current plan, the bronze plan. Of course, you got the bronze, the silver, and the gold, depending on how big of an operation you running. You can go to, let's say you can get the annual plan and pay for the whole year, or you could just get the monthly plan and pay per month. Let's see if I want to upgrade to silver, and I just click on this, and then I create payment section. And you can either copy and paste all of that, or you can just open a new tab. It'll be easy for me. I like to just open a new tab, and it'll take you to the Stripe page, which they're going to send me a link to my phone. Once they send a link to my phone, I put it in the, which I can't, what's that? And then I can do it, basically go through and subscribe, basically, because I got that, my link saved on there. But I don't want to, update it right now. I just want to show you that it's pretty simple to do, the sign up for it. And you just, for what you're getting, I don't think it's too bad. It's a pretty good deal to keep up with everything that you need as far as like your projects and stuff like that, your service work. And I say if you need to print, like I can download this report here, and this is like a project or some service work. If I want to download, I got basically most of the stuff where you can download and then in PDF. And like I said, I got my desktop here. So if I have service work, I got a folder for service work and I got a folder for projects. And once I download the PDF, I can save it And when I save it, I can just bring it up on the and bring it to this. I didn't mean to take that out. Open that up. I can just save it to my project folder. And I say, well, depending on the size of the project, I put it in a folder. If I do multiple projects for one client, for example, I have a folder just for that client. And if I don't, if I just do one project for the for a specific client, I just put the project inside this project folder. And basically the same with service work. I'll make a whole folder if I got a client, a folder just for that one client, or if it's just one job, a one-time job, I'll put it in the service work folder. And then you can make you a folder for, like, say, if you want to make a folder for your material orders, and you can download all your material orders and put them in a folder. And that helps, you can keep track of the projects. I know how to make this video longer than I intended to. It's almost like a training video now. But it's basically you can keep track of all your paperwork. And let's say I know, let's say I track the hours on a specific project, because for some projects, like your bigger projects, you kind of want to know how many hours you spent on those projects, but just in case you get another project of a similar scope, and you'll have an idea how long it may take to do that job too. So that's where those stuff like that come in handy right there. But that's pretty much it right there. It's just a rundown how you use the ElectriProTPW project management app. Specifically for electrical contractors, they make it a lot easier to keep up with all your paperwork and stuff like that. And then you can type everything up on the go, or and manage it. Like I like to type stuff up when I'm on the site with my phone, and then when I get back to my desktop, I can go on here and I can just print out what I need. Or if I want to save paper, then like I said, I got these file folders here. I can use file folders to put all my work and stuff like that in these file folders, and save it for later on for reference if I need it for whatever reason.